Hello, ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between and beyond. My name is Taylor, and welcome to a very special episode of the Overachievers Podcast, where I'm joined by one of my best friends, John.
I'm here. I'm on the podcast.
And today, we have a very, very special episode for you, where we cover the hardest games we've ever gotten all achievements for.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one.
It's gonna be a doozy, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's the word.
So, John, what game are you covering for us today?
Okay, I'm talking about a very niche, obscure game, which sounds like I'm joking. It really is. Nobody will have heard of this game. It's called Caliber 10 Racing Series.
The hell?
Nobody will have heard of it.
Okay,
But that's the
then.
game I'm covering today.
I'm covering a much less obscure game,
Okay.
Choo Choo Charles.
Okay, that's good. I've heard of that one.
So, John, you want to tell us, just to give us like a quick description of what Caliber 10 Racing is?
Sure. It's basically a PvP racing game. You have, when you get into the game, you have 4 teams, and each team has 2 people on it. One person is the driver, and one person is a gunner. And the driver just drives around the track and tries to come first. But the gunner teleports between about 9 different kind of turrets and has to try and shoot and blow up the other racers, not their teammates.
So it's kind of like a racing game mixed with a turret defense game?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. And the driver can pick up like power-ups, which can upgrade their partner's turrets, or they can like downgrade their opponent's turrets. They can also pick up shields, that kind of stuff.
Why does this genuinely sound like an interesting game?
It's honestly, like, no joke, it's actually quite a cool concept.
Huh. What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
well,
I should say it was released March 26, 2014.
Huh.
So it's quite old.
I've never heard of that.
It was released in early access. It's still in early access.
Gotcha.
It is abandoned.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, that sounds, like I said, that sounds genuinely interesting, and I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Choo Choo Charles, for those of you who have not gone on the Noiseberry Games channel and seen my Games of the Year, or even on my channel, my Games of the Year for 2022, is a first-person little indie horror game where you go to an island and you fight a, quote, half Giga Spider, Jesus Christ.
God, learn your lore.
Half train, half Giga Spider from hell.
That's it.
You just take a little train car and you have a weapon on the back that can vary from a machine gun to like a kind of a shotgun thing to a rocket launcher to a flamethrower. Anyway, it's just a fun little indie game.
Okay, good.
So, John, how long did it take you to get all achievements for this ever so difficult game?
Okay, this took 17 minutes.
Wow, that sounds grueling.
It was a chore. It took a long time, but I mean, you can't put a price on the reward, you know.
That's true. It took me an excruciatingly long 2.5 hours.
Oh my god. That's like 5 Caliber 10 Racing Series.
Right? It's Caliber 50 Racing
Oh
Series.
my god, it is.
So what were the hardest and easiest achievements for you?
Okay, so I think the easiest achievement for me was one called First Blood, which is where you blow up an opponent. I believe you can only get it when you are like the gunner instead of the driver. So yeah, you have to like be shooting the opponent's cars and blow them up.
Yeah.
And then the hardest achievement I think would probably be one called First Blood, which is where you have to blow up an opponent. I believe you can only do that when you're the gunner. And shooting the other cars.
So you can't get these achievements if you're playing as the driver?
I don't believe so, because I did a video on it, and I actually rewatched it this morning. Like, Robbie and I did a video on it in 2014. And
Yeah.
at the end of the video, when I was the gunner, I mentioned that I'd got the achievement, and Robbie said that he didn't get it when he'd been the driver. So, I don't know if he has it,
God.
actually.
Even the game trolls you.
Yeah, honestly. Maybe he just didn't blow anyone up, because like we took turns. Like he was the gunner first, and I was gunner the second. And I don't know if maybe he didn't kill anyone when he was the gunner.
Are you saying Robbie's a terrible shot?
I'm saying he has 0% completion in Caliber 10 Racing Series, so maybe.
Oof. Oof.
I know.
So that video will also be linked to the description down below. And my hardest and easiest achievements are actually kind of weird. So my easiest achievement was bug spray. I had to make this grueling walk up these hard, super steep stairs, and I had to like put out a dude's house that was on fire. Like, genuinely
Whoa.
had to get in there and just, like, extinguish the entire thing. It was crazy. And then he just gave me a flamethrower, which is like, what?
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Because that's how he started his house on fire, was using bug spray, as he called it.
I see. I understand.
Now, the hardest achievement, and this one has you going across the entire island into hidden areas, finding clues, was dripped out. It's getting every paint can so I can make my train different colors.
Amazing.
So, John, what was the rarest one on your list?
Okay, so the rarest achievement on my list, only 38% of players have this, which is, still
wow.
fairly high. It's one called First Blood, where you have to blow up an opponent.
That does sound rather rare.
It's tricky. Like, out of the people I've played it with, only 50% of us have the achievement, apparently.
That's crazy.
we've just
man.
learned.
That is insane.
It's wild, yeah. What about yours? What's the rarest one on your list?
So my rarest one is actually the hardest one that I had mentioned earlier because, it's so excruciatingly difficult for people to get this and to find them. It has 11.6% on Steam, at least. It is dripped out, collect all paint cans. Now, for context, the next highest is 46.2%.
Really?
So, and then it just goes up from there.
Interesting.
So, and like the highest of all is 95.4.
So
that means there was a more than 80% drop off of players who could get the first achievement but couldn't get this last one.
wow. Interesting. Maybe they just didn't want to go around the island.
It is just so agonizingly hard to find these things. They're so well hidden.
Yeah, like you said, it's like 2 hours or something.
Oh, it's crazy, man.
Jeez.
And I even speedran it.
My god. Good job.
So what was the most memorable achievement for you, and why did it make such an impression?
So the most memorable achievement for me is one called First Blood, which is where you have to blow up an opponent.
Oh, like that Rambo movie.
If you say so. Yeah, Rambo, blow up an opponent.
Nice.
Yeah, what made such an impression? It was very satisfying to get my first kill.
Like Rambo.
Yeah, exactly. Rambo, it was very satisfying to get my first kill.
There, next movie, 100%. It's gonna be a remake of Rambo First Blood.
It's gonna be that, yeah.
And it's gonna be Rambo,
Caliber 10 Racing Series.
Caliber 10 Racing Series. I think the most memorable achievement for me was just seeing the ending, because like it's this super hard fight where Charles is like chasing you. He goes into mega hell Charles mode.
Whoa.
And he just has so much health. He actually gets a health bar. He's teleporting you all across the map, and he's trying to eat you while you're shooting him. So you have to repair the train and shoot him and drive. Like it's this whole ordeal. I was sweating. I was just about to break my controller. I was playing on mouse and keyboard. I was still gonna throw my controller across the room.
Just out of principle.
Yeah, just out of rage.
Damn, that does sound intense.
So how many times do you need to play the game to get all the achievements?
Just one, actually. I've only played
wow.
the game once, and I did get all achievements in that time that Robbie and I played it for the YouTube video.
Yeah.
How about yours?
Okay. I only had to play once as well, though I did do it over multiple settings, because, I couldn't take the difficulty and the intensity of doing it all in one sitting. It was too much for me.
That's fair, yeah. It's not for everyone. Not everyone can be as much of a gamer as me.
No. Can't all be god gamers.
No, exactly. And I am a god gamer of Caliber 10 Racing Series.
You are indeed. Does the game reward you for getting all of these grueling achievements?
It gives you an achievement, so yes, I felt very rewarded. I had to
Good.
mention it in the YouTube video, so it obviously made a bit of an impact on me, yes.
Yeah. I got a rainbow train, which I think is the most rewarding thing I could have gotten.
Sick.
I can't make it all the same colors at once, but I can just like swap on the fly so people will think they're tripping on acid.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's a good idea.
So I'd say that's pretty rewarding.
Yeah, that's a good reward.
Now, does it feel like the developer of this game really cared about their achievements?
I'm going to say no, because they've abandoned their game, for 8 years, and
True.
going to expose the joke here. They only added 1 achievement to the game. So
What?
no, I don't.
I never would have
I
guessed.
don't believe they cared about achievements in this one.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know. What about?
You know, it's funny. So my game, to keep the joke going, has 24 achievements, and almost every single achievement is tied to either a main quest or a side quest, with only 3 of them being 3 being attached to fully upgrading your train in different aspects, and the final one being getting all the paint cans. But like each side quest, though small, felt like it had care put into it. Especially, like there was a Slender Man ripoff. There was one where I was running away from like a swamp monster, which just came out of left field. There was one where I had to get the pickles for the pickle lady.
Of course.
So I mean, I don't know. It felt like they
Yeah,
cared.
it does sound like there was like some passion and care put into it.
Now, did you have to use any guides for this, John?
I did not, but funnily enough, there is an achievement guide on the store or like on the community page. It says,
Oh my god,
it
no.
says difficulty 1 out of 10, time 10 to 15 minutes. So there is a
What?
guide if you want it, but I believe the achievement is pretty self-explanatory.
I feel like they should correct that difficulty to be 10 out of 10.
Honestly, yeah, I don't know, like, I chose this for our most grueling games. I don't know why.
They would say 1 out of 10. They're mocking.
Yeah, why Pelvis Gin on Steam is undermining.
Oh,
my
okay,
achievements.
come on. That's just... They are clearly mocking
Yeah, they're taking
you.
the piss.
So, funny enough, I did have to use a guide because, it's genuinely so hard to find these paint cans all over because they're in mine shafts, they're on cliffs, they're in the weirdest of places that you would never expect to find them, and they sometimes blend in with the environment.
Okay.
So I will link that YouTube video in the description down below as well.
Okay, don't include my guide because I
it's
didn't
just-
use it.
I won't include your guide because that guy doesn't know what he's
You
talking about.
Pelvis Gin.
You know what? If I could get Pelvis Jim on this podcast, I would.
Yeah, reach out to him.
So would you recommend others go for the all achievements in this game, John?
God, would I? Yeah, if you happen to be playing it, you'll probably get the achievement, so sure. But I wouldn't go out of your way to buy this abandoned game.
That's fair.
What kinds of players would enjoy the journey? Ones who want an easy achievement. Ones who just want their Steam profile to have one more perfect game where they've got all achievements.
Just so you can hit that perfect 69.
Yeah.
Or that 420.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm past 69, maybe.
Oh. Means you gotta get to 420 now.
It does. I'll do it. Maybe. I have the games
No,
for it.
we have it in recording.
No.
John's declaration he's gonna get 420 perfect
I've only
games.
got 50, so I could get 19 more.
True. But you already declared you're gonna get 420.
I'll do that eventually, yeah.
So you can get another 370.
Damn. Okay, I need more games like Caliber 10 Racing Series.
And you know what? I would recommend others also go for the all achievements in this one. It's hard. It's gonna take you a while. You're gonna sweat. You're gonna swear. You're gonna be wondering if life is really worth it. But if you're gonna play this game, I think it's worth doing. Don't be that 46% of players who only got to the second last achievement, like the second rarest, and then just not go just that last little bit. Do it for yourself. It's really rewarding.
Yeah, it sounds rewarding.
Anyway, thank you, John, so much for joining me on this truly just difficult episode.
My pleasure. It was honestly, it felt good to get some of that off my chest. I feel like I've been carrying that around for 8 years now.
Yeah, no kidding. And I've been carrying around mine for like a few months.
It's
But that's
I think
okay.
this was
it was eating away.
Yeah,
at
this
me.
was therapeutic for both of us, I think.
Indeed. Anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between and beyond, for watching and or listening to this episode. If you haven't figured it out by now, April Fools,
Got you.
please go out and check.
You fools! We tricked you!
By all means, go out and check these games. I would say probably check out Choo Choo Charles over Caliber 10 Racing Series, but you never
The price
know.
has
You never
dropped
know.
by like 95%. It was $20 on release, and now it's like $2. So,
So, I mean, hey, if you want to check it out, check it out. Anyway, obviously, just a short little April Fool's episode. We have more regularly scheduled episodes coming out this month, as well as a very special Lost episode that should be hitting around the middle mark of the month, so keep your eyes open for that. Again, on YouTube, on Spotify, most other major podcast platforms. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
bye.